Hello ninjas, welcome to the Ninja Channel. The summoning of animals or beings is very common in the ninja world. Many ninjas have the ability to summon powerful creatures to assist in combat, some of which are even unique to the user. These creatures are those with whom the user has managed to form a contract in some way or has been able to create them somehow. During the Boruto anime, we see that he made a contract with a snake, but that contract was undone. However, in the manga, that contract never happened, so Boruto may still be able to make a contract with a powerful creature to help him in combat, a unique creature. In today's video, we will talk about how summoning works, and how Boruto might be able to make a contract with a powerful creature stronger than the summons shown so far. So, I count on your subscription if you're not yet subscribed, your comment telling me what you thought of the video, and share the video with friends to help the channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The summoned creatures each have their place of birth. Most of them are unknown because their history has not been deeply explored, but we know the origin and how the contract with the most important ones works. Creatures created by humans can also be used for summoning, such as Nui, who feeds on negative energy to grow stronger. Thus, if someone can create a creature, they can use it as a summon during combat. So far, only a few creatures with which a blood contract can be made have been shown, with the most common being frogs. So far, they are the most numerous among these creatures shown. There are various frogs with different functions and powers. Each one can perform a different role, besides teaching its summoner the Sage Mode, which increases the user's power level. Another creature that has been shown several times being summoned is the snake. Like the frogs, it also has the ability to teach the Sage Mode to a human, with the snake's Sage Mode being very similar to that of the frogs. However, the way snakes teach people is much more dangerous than the way frogs do, which can lead many people to lose their lives. Most of these snakes are in hidden places, far from their place of origin. The exact reasons are not known, but they apparently live isolated from each other. Therefore, to be the bearer of a snake summon, the user needs to find a powerful one that agrees to make the blood pact. There are also slugs. So far, only a slug named Katsuyu has been shown, but she has the ability to divide herself, creating several small slugs that share the same consciousness. Among these mentioned animals, she's the only one with defensive capabilities, being able to defend and heal her allies, while the snake and the frog serve only for combat. There are many other animals that can be summoned, but so far Boruto has shown no interest in any of them. During the anime, Boruto made a contract with a giant snake, but after the end of the arc, the contract was broken. Thus, Boruto no longer has the ability to summon the snake, which would allow him to summon another creature if he makes a contract with it. There are many incredible creatures beyond those we know. They remain hidden and are very rare to see normally. An example is Danzo's summon of the creature called Baku. It is almost impossible to find such a creature wandering in the wild, but somehow Danzo found it and managed to make a contract with it. There is also the possibility that Boruto could create his own summons. As we have seen in the past, Kaguya managed to use the juubi as a summon to attack her children. In this way, Boruto could also transform the juubi, which belongs to Kara, into a summon. But for that to happen, he would have to shape the Bijuu's chakra, because as we know, the juubi has no capacity for reasoning, acting as an uncontrollable monster. In the past, Hagoromo managed to divide the juubi's parts so that each would have its own way of thinking. Thus, Boruto could do the same, making the juubi a conscious creature. Boruto could shape the juubi's appearance in any way he wanted, so that it would have claws, sharp teeth, or a friendlier appearance. It all depends on what form Boruto would like the juubi to take. By changing its appearance and giving the juubi consciousness, this would allow the new juubi to learn and use powerful jutsus intelligently to assist Boruto in combat. Even if its body is completely altered, the juubi would still have the large amount of chakra it naturally possesses, so this new personality of the juubi could make a blood pact so that Boruto can summon it at any time he wishes. There is the possibility of Boruto using the juubi to become a Jinchuriki, but if the juubi were extracted from his body, he would lose his life and powers, so using the juubi only as a summon would allow Boruto to remain alive, even if the juubi lost its life. As an Otsutsuki, this would also make it easier for Boruto to use the juubi, as his body would be enhanced, superior to that of a human, allowing the juubi to become even stronger through their union. There are cases where an exception is made to the need for the animal to be able to speak, such as in the case of the Inuzuka clan. They have a strong bond with ordinary dogs that do not possess the ability to speak, just like the dogs that Kakashi can summon. Because of this bond between the human and the creature, Boruto could create various combinations of jutsus with the juubi, just as other summoners do, like Jiraiya and Gamabunta, who had a jutsu union together. Gamabunta would spit oil from his mouth, while Jiraiya used his fire style on this oil, making the liquid flammable and creating a large flame that advanced towards the enemies. Summoners who have great synchronization can also achieve greater feats, like Kiba and Akamaru. Both are an incredible duo, capable of using unification jutsus to merge, obtaining a transformation into a large two-headed dog with enormous destructive capacity. Additionally, Kiba and Akamaru are able to use coordinated attacks with perfect synchronization, and they look practically identical inside and out, making it impossible for enemies to figure out who the real Kiba is. This new juubi could help Boruto in combat in various ways, such as giving tips or directly assisting in combat, attacking his opponents, and creating distractions so Boruto can use his jutsus against the enemy. This summon would also be capable of causing great destruction individually, as it would contain all the power of a Bijuu, providing great support to Naruto in a future battle that might arise. However, being a summon, the juubi wouldn't stay inside Boruto's body. It would remain in a free place or another dimension waiting to be summoned by Boruto. As the name suggests, it's just a summon. Boruto summons it from another place to his current location, so the juubi would likely stay in another dimension where Code and Ishiki left it, or would go to the dimension where the story takes place but would remain in a hidden location so that no one would know of its existence or try to take its life. Boruto would have to send this new juubi to a safe place so that the Otsutsuki who might come to Earth wouldn't try to use it as the seed of the divine tree. Even being a summon, it still remains a fruit. Moreover, even with a contract and being summoned, the juubi can still lose its life during combat, as demonstrated during the confrontation with Deidara, when Sasuke uses the snake manda to protect himself from Deidara's most powerful, explosive jutsu. After the explosion, we see that the snake manda lost its life, which confirms that even though they are just summons, they can still be injured and even lose their lives. Therefore, during the confrontation, they must remain cautious to defeat their enemies without being harmed. Summons are really useful during combat, as they can be responsible for helping the summoner achieve victory. Even if the summon is very powerful, it won't always be able to help the summoner against certain enemies. Boruto wouldn't be able to use the juubi whenever he wanted for several reasons. The first and most obvious is its size. It wouldn't be possible to summon this new juubi in Konoha, as it would destroy everything unintentionally. Therefore, the juubi would only be summoned in necessary moments and in places with enough space so that its size wouldn't cause the destruction of everything around it with its body. Besides possessing great power, comparable even to that of Kurama, which as we know is quite significant, the large amount of chakra that the juubi possesses is very substantial, but still not comparable to the chakra of the fruit created from the juubi's seed. We'll see in the future if Boruto will have the ability to form a contract with this great creature, making it one of the most powerful summons ever shown, making him a unique summoner.